Hey guys, hope everything's going well. You guys know the drill. Smash the like button, subscribe if you haven't, and comment down below. Follow me on Instagram at AIH_sports. And once again, feel free to message me. I will get back to your messages. It's going to probably take some time as a lot of things are coming down the pipeline on my end. Okay, so today I wanted to touch base on this one topic, and it's regarding the junk wax era and how I want to look at what happened then and try to look at what's going on right now. And some people are saying that it could be much worse. I just want to look at one card that many individuals had during that time or that was coveted, and that was the 1989 Upper Deck Ken Griffey card. Right now, I believe there's about 4,000 PSA 10s. Each PSA 10 is going for about 2,100 bucks. So a little bit about this card. At the peak during the junk wax era, from my reading, that card hit about 1,650 bucks. And that card crashed down, I think, to a low near about 125, 150 bucks. That is over a 90% depreciation in the value of a card of a PSA 10. Now, granted, it has gained back its value over $2,000, but at the same time, it's a 90% haircut from the peak. And I want to ask you guys a question. If you have some cards right now that you bought close to 1,500, 1,600 bucks, I know some people don't play that ball game. Are you going to be okay financially if it goes down to 100 bucks? 1,600 bucks may not seem a lot to people, but if you keep on putting excessive amounts of your money in these cards and you buy a lot of them, that's going to add up. Are you going to be able to handle that from your wallet perspective and from an emotional perspective? That's the question. Suppose we see what happened back in the 90s happens today, and I wouldn't be surprised. I like looking at patterns, and I see some patterns from the 90s, even though I was too young and I don't remember that much from the card era back then. I was given hand downs from my cousins, so I did like those cards. Don't get me wrong, but I don't remember that much from that era. I know some people that are older definitely remember that era much better than I do. And even though I was too young, I could still analyze data. I could still analyze trends today and look at it now. So back then, as we know, we had a high supply. Today, we have a high supply. Two, we had fights breaking out back then. We have fights breaking out today. And to top it off, we had interest rates go up from the Federal Reserve. And those interest rates were greater than the rate of inflation, so you had positive real interest rates. And that's probably going to end up happening once again in the coming years. I know everyone says inflation, inflation, inflation. Yeah, we see inflation now. The supply chain's a mess. But what they're going to probably do, they're going to raise rates. It's going to create more havoc in the economy. And that inflation, while it may be bad now, that may wither away in the coming years because the whole system cannot deal with these higher interest rates, cannot deal with these mandates, etc., etc., etc. I also wanted to look at now today in terms of a card that could be as similar to the Ken Griffey card. And today's card, though, is the Mike Trout card. This is a reprint, by the way. A lot of people are buying this card. This is a high in demand card. My opinion about Mike Trout, I think he's going to be the next Albert Pujols, where his skill set is going to slowly but steadily diminish. Even though he's won 3 MVPs, Pujols won 3 MVPs as well, but his talent once he got to the Angels, started to go down. I expect Trout, now he's over 30 years old, I expect him to have a few more good seasons, but he's not going to be excelling to the extent that he was in the past because of injuries, in my opinion. Some people say, no, I don't agree with that. Okay, that's fine. That's your opinion. This is my opinion of Trout. And I looked at the pop size. It's close to what? I think 13,000. Ken Griffey's card is about, what, 83,000. So that's huge. So in terms of a supply, some people say that the supply for some cards today is greater than the cards back then. Well, it depends on what card you look at. And I see some Tatis Jr. cards. Individual sent me this information on Instagram. You have a huge pop size for, I think, one of his rookie cards. It's insane, like 13,000, 15,000. There's a high pop size for that. So in terms of other players, yeah, Tatis Jr. Definitely has a higher pop count. So I see issues with that. Now, once again, I wanted to ask you guys a question. So these Mike Trout cards, it went up to $6,000 at the peak earlier this year before he got injured and before there was a huge correction. If some of you guys bought then, or if you've heard of stories of people that bought then, would those people be willing to take a huge dip, something crazy, 80 to 90%? Would they be willing to take that hit? I'm just asking a question. If you see similar trends happen then and happen today, would you see that? And who knows where this Mike Trout card is going to go. There's a high population count, in my opinion, for this, for the high-end PSA 10s, PSA 9s. And personally, I like looking at low pop items. That's what I'm buying right now. Just things that are weird, but at the same time, I think they're cool. I showed you yesterday this Super Bowl ticket. I've been buying autos as well. I'll be showing you some of them probably later this week. That I just love collecting autos, and I'm just collecting right now, to be honest. I'm not trying to make a crazy amount of money. I'm just selling and trying to get some of those proceeds back and taking some of that money and paying off my PayPal credit and also buying some autos. Anyways, guys, let me know what you think about the junk wax era versus today. Do you see any similarities from then and now? And in addition, do you think there's going to be a 90% haircut in cards like this? Just like you saw with the Ken Griffey Upper Deck card. That was mass produced. Let's be real. There's 83,000 graded cards of that, okay? Okay, that was definitely junk wax. But I'm just looking at just trends. And I just see a similar thing happening. Well, one thing though, with a caveat with the Trout, the population size of this is less than the Griffey. So it may not drop 80 to 90%, but I would expect a substantial drop, assuming my thesis is correct about what's going to happen in the next few years. Anyways, guys, let me know what you think. Smash the like button, subscribe if you haven't. Comment down below, guys. Thanks. Bye.